Hey everyone, it's Erica. I'm really excited to share my guest designer spot for Rosie's studio. I'm going to be using the Very Merry collection, and this is my first project using this collection. I am going to be creating a 12 by 12 layout using the collection, and if you head on over to the site and use the code Erica Rose BM10, you will get 10% off your purchase, and I'll leave all the details down below. So I'm going to be starting out with this cut file here, and I'm going to use the 6x6 paper pad to back some of the pieces of the cut file, and then a piece of 12 by 12 paper to back the rest of it. And I'm going to fast forward here and you'll see the completed cut file backed. Okay, so I've backed the cut file with the 6x6 papers from the Very Merry 6x6 paper pad, and I have put foam adhesive all over the back, so that's all ready to go. And then I have a piece of white cardstock trimmed down to 11.5 by 11.5, and then I'm going to mat it onto this red cardstock from my stash just to have a little bit of a red border around there, and then I'm going to mat it on this 12 by 12 pattern paper from the Very Merry collection from Rosie's studio, and then I'll get that all adhered together and then place this down onto the layout, probably about there, with my photos up here at the top, and then I will start to add the embellishments. I have the die cuts and all of the other embellishments here that I can use, the chipboard and all that stuff. So I'm going to start by getting these layers trimmed up and adhered down together, adhere the cut file, get my photos and get them matted, and then we will start to embellish. Okay, so we're going to get these layers adhered together, and I'm just going to trim up this red cardstock that I pulled from my stash. It matches the red in the collection. Just going to trim it down so that it leaves a little bit of a border around that white cardstock, and that will just help separate the white cardstock from that pattern paper, since the pattern paper from the Very Merry collection has a white base. This red will help break it up a little bit. So I'm going to get these stuck down together, and I'm just using my tape runner here from Scrapbook Adhesives by 3L, and then making sure it's nice and stuck down. And then I'm going to adhere these to this pretty 12 by 12. But first, before I do that, I want to make sure to gut the inside of this. Since I only have one of these, which it's like my favorite, I love a floral paper, I want to make sure that I save some of it. So I'm going to cut a square out of the center of it and then get the other cardstock papers adhered down to it. And I love a floral background as the 12 by 12 base. It's just so pretty. So that's what I'm going to use, and I know that I'll use the inside of this to back a cut file on another layout. So I'm going to get these all adhered together and then get the cut file that I have already prepped and have ready to go with foam adhesive all over the back, get it stuck down to the layout. When I do this, I do have adhesive all over the back of the cut file, so there's going to be like no sagging or anything. But when I stick it down to the layout, I like to remove just a few pieces of the adhesive backer. So like I'll take a couple strips of it from the center, remove the backer, and then place it down. That way, if I have to kind of remove it and reposition it, I can do that easily. If you were to remove all the backers from that foam adhesive and then stick it down and then try to pull it up, you're going to either rip the cut file or rip the base paper. So it's a lot easier just to remove one or two pieces, and then you can go back in later and remove the rest of the adhesive backing from the cut file once you have it placed exactly where you want it to go. I'm going to take my photos, get them matted on some of the pattern paper from the 6x6 Very Merry collection. And I was a little short for this one, and so I'm kind of just piecing it together. You'll never even know. So I just took two pieces, like scrap pieces, and got them adhered together to make it one full mat. And these photos will be overlapping anyway, so there is like a little seam at that one that I had to kind of piece together, but it's going to be covered up with the other photo. So I have the photos of our sweet Lola Bean and the Grinch. These were the Christmas photos that we took outside of our house, and I just had the settings set on my camera, and my neighbor, I was trying to take the photos myself, but I wasn't in the photos, and then my neighbor came running across the street, and she's like, let me take a photo of everyone together. So I have a whole bunch of these photos, but I love the ones of Lola and the Grinch. She is not impressed at all. I put those little ears on her, but I thought it was the cutest little photo. So I'm going to embellish around the layout with the die cuts. There are 2 different die cuts with this collection pack, and I'm going to use some of the florals and some of the icons to create clusters at the left and the right of each photo, and then add some floral at the top and then some at the bottom as well. To help stretch the florals, I like to cut them in half, so I'll use half of it up here at the top, cut it in half, and then use the other part of that floral down towards the bottom of the layout. I also am going to create a cluster in the bottom right corner of the layout with a couple of the die cut presents, and then I add a chipboard piece. I do want to pull in some more texture for the embellishment, so I do pull in the puffy stickers, and then I also pull in the enamel dots. I'll make sure that everything is listed down below. Make sure you head on over to Rosie Studio and check out all of the fabulous products in this collection. It is so pretty. Absolutely love the colors and all of the embellishments. There's also some vellum pieces that I didn't end up using in this one, and I believe some acetate as well. So I'm going to finish embellishing the layout, just getting a little cluster down here at the bottom. And then the puffy stickers are so cute. There is this little gingerbread puffy sticker, and I'm going to end up putting him like peeking out of one of the letters in the cut file. He's just so cute. I had to use them, but you'll see that here in just a little bit. I did find some tabs here in these cardstock stickers, so I want to make sure to add a tab at the top of the photo on the left, and it just says December. I love using tabs to embellish at the tops of the photos. And then here are those puffy stickers. I love these. This is probably my favorite. These and then the floral die cuts are my favorite. There's a little bow I'm going to add to the O, and then you'll see that little gingerbread here in a second. And I just love to put things like peeking out of the cut file, like of letters. So I have the little L. So there's like that little, like the corner of the L. And he's just perfect, just kind of peeking out there. So going in with some puffy stickers and then adding the enamel dots to finish it off. And these are really pretty because they have glitter in them, and they're just a really pretty enamel dot. And you get the dots, stars, and hearts, which is really nice, and you get a ton of them. So I'll make sure to leave everything listed down below. Make sure that you guys head on over and check everything out. I'll also leave that cut file linked if I can find it. It was on my computer, so I will see if I can get that linked for you guys. Don't forget, you can use the code Erica Rose BM10, all caps, to get 10% off your order, and that coupon will expire December 31st, 2023, and I can't wait to share my next project with you. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys get some time to do something creative, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.